Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 14 on partial derivatives. In previous lecture we have discussed that how to find out derivative of y with respect to x if y is implicitly given as a function of x with the relationship f of xy equal to 0, and we have seen this formula for first order derivative of y with respect to x, which is minus partial derivative of this function capital F with respect to x over del f by del y. In this lecture we will discuss how to find out second order derivative of y with respect to x if y is implicitly given as a function of x. So first we discuss the formula and then we will do some examples on this formula. So suppose that capital Fxy is differentiable function of x and y, and the equation f of xy equal to 0 defines y as a differentiable function of x. Then at any point where this del f by del y is non-zero, second order derivative of y with respect to x is given by this formula. So here we have negative sign. In the denominator we are taking cube of partial derivative of capital F with respect to y. In the first term we are taking square of del f by del y, and in the multiplication we are writing second order partial derivative of capital F with respect to x, and last term is written by replacing y by x and x by y in the first term. So here we replace y by x, so we have square of del f by del x, and here we have second order derivative with respect to x, so here we have second order partial derivative of f with respect to y, and here minus 2 times del f by del x into del f by del y into second order partial derivative of f with respect to x and y. So we can remember in this way. Here fy square means we have fy into fy, so we are taking second order partial derivative with respect to y. So this is the first term. Last term is obtained by replacing y by x in the first term, and middle term is minus 2 times. Here we are taking both the partial derivatives del f by del x and del f by del y. So here also we are taking mixed second order derivative. So this is the way how we can easily remember this formula. So here we are taking second order partial derivatives of given function capital F also. So we have to calculate all the second order partial derivatives. Now if we consider another notations for these second order partial derivatives, suppose del f by del x is denoted by small p, del f by del y is denoted by small q, del square f by del x square is denoted by small r, del square f by del x del y is denoted by small s, and we assume that these mixed derivatives are equal. So s is the notation for del square f by del x del y or del square f by del y del x, and suppose del square f by del y square is denoted by t. So if we use these notations in this formula, we will have this formula for second order derivative of y with respect to x. So it is minus, here in the denominator we have cube of del f by del y, so it is cube of q, here q square into r, that is del f by del y square into del square f by del x square, and last term is written by replacing q by p and r by t, and here we have minus 2pqs. So we will remember this formula to calculate second order ordinary derivative of y with respect to x if y is implicit function of x given by this relationship. So we consider one example, x cube plus y cube equal to 6xy. So we are given relationship between the variables x and y, and we have here y is function of x. It is an implicit function of x. We cannot write y explicitly as a function of x, and we are asked to find out second order derivative of y with respect to x. So first we write down given relationship is x cube plus y cube equal to 6xy. This we can rewrite by taking 6xy on left hand side, and we assume that this function of x and y on left hand side is denoted by capital F. Now we calculate all the derivatives of first and second order for this function. So P is del f by del x. We will consider y as constant. So derivative of x cube is 3x square, derivative of y cube is 0, minus 6y is constant, derivative of x is 1. Del f by del y, which is small q, is x cube has 0 derivative because it is constant, because we are differentiating with respect to y. Derivative of y cube is 3y square, minus 6x is constant, derivative of y is 1. R means second order derivative of capital F with respect to x, which is nothing but derivative of 3x square minus 6y with respect to x. So it is 3 into 2x, 6x minus 0. T equal to del square f by del y square, which is nothing but partial derivative of del f by del y with respect to y. So here we consider x as constant, and derivative of 3y square is 3 into 2y, which is 6y. S is del square f by del x del y, that is partial derivative of del f by del x with respect to y. So partial derivative of 3x square minus 6y with respect to y is 0 minus 6. So now we substitute all these values here in the formula. So we have substituted all these values here and we obtain this expression. Now we take simplification of each of the terms. We expand this using formula for a minus b square. We multiply these two, and here we will have minus 2 into minus 6, that is 12, and we expand this square also. So if we square this, it is 9y raised to 4 minus 2 into 3 into 6, which is minus 36 y square x plus 36 x square into 6x. This is minus 2 into minus 6, 12, 3x square into 3y square, that is 9x square y square, minus 6 into 3, 18x cube, and minus 6y into 3y square, which is minus 18y cube, plus 6y into 6x, which is 36xy, plus square of this term, which is 9x raised to 4 minus 2 into 3, 6 into 6, 36x square y, plus 36y square into 6y. Now if we observe, in each term we can take 6 common. Here we have 6x, so there is 1 6 here. Here also we have 12, so we can take it common, and here also in each bracket we can take 9 common. Here 9 is there in each term, so we take 6 into 9, that is 54 common. So here 6 and 9 is taken common from here, so it is 54, and we have multiplied this x in the bracket, so it is 54 times y raised to 4x minus, and 9 is taken common, so we will have 4 here, 4y square into x square plus 4x cube. Similarly we take 9 common, so that will be multiplied with 12, which is 12 into 9, 108, and we take, after taking 9 common, we are left with x square y square minus 2x cube minus 2y cube, which is written here, plus 4xy. Here we take 9 common, and if we multiply that 9 with 6, we will have 54, and we multiply remaining terms in the bracket by y, so we obtain x raised to 4y minus 4x square y square plus 4y cube. And now we take 54 common from these three terms, and we write down remaining terms are y raised to 4x minus 4y square x square plus 4x cube. Here if we take 54 common, we will have 2, so we multiply this bracket by 2 and we obtain 2x square y square minus 4x cube minus 4y cube plus 8xy. And after taking 54 common, here we will have this bracket as it is, x raised to 4y minus 4x square y square plus 4y cube, and we keep denominator as it is. Now y raised to 4x, there is only one term which we write as it is, and x square y square is minus 4x square y square, and this is minus 4x square y square. So minus 4 minus 8 plus 2x square y square. So that is going to be minus 4 minus 8 plus 2. So it is minus 6x square y square plus 8xy. There is only one term. This 4x cube will cancel out with minus 4x cube. 4y cube will cancel out with minus 4y cube, and x raised to 4y is written here. Now again here x into y is taken common from each term, so we have y cube minus 6xy plus 8 plus x cube, and in the denominator we take 3 common. In the bracket, if we take 3 common, we have 3 times y square minus 2x whole cube. So cube of 3 is 27, and we have y square minus 2x cube. So this 27 will cancel out and we will have 2 left here. So we write in this way, minus 2xy. We have written this bracket as x cube plus y cube minus 6xy plus 8. Now if you observe, given equation is nothing but x cube plus y cube equal to 6xy. So we can use x cube plus y cube equal to 6xy. So 6xy is written in place of x cube plus y cube, and we can see x cube plus y cube is 6xy. That will cancel out with this minus 6xy, and we are left with minus 2xy into 8 divided by cube of y square minus 2x, which we can rewrite as minus 16xy over y square minus 2x cube. So this is the second order derivative of y with respect to x. So in this way, using second order partial derivatives, we can find out second order derivative of y with respect to x. So we will remember this formula. In the denominator we have cube of q, here q square into r, so last term is p square into t, and in the middle we have minus 2 times pqs. We consider one more example. Using partial derivatives, find second order derivative of y with respect to x. For this relationship, x raised to 5 plus y raised to 5 equal to 5x square. So this is given equation. We can rewrite in this way, and we assume that left hand side is denoted by capital F. First we find out partial derivatives. So derivative of capital F with respect to x is 5x raised to 4 minus 10x. Derivative of y raised to 5 is 0, and we can take 5x common, so we have x cube minus 2. Derivative of capital F with respect to y, which is denoted by q, is derivative of x raised to 5 is 0, derivative of y raised to 5 is 5y raised to 4 minus 0. Second order derivative with respect to x is nothing but derivative of this del f by del x with respect to x. So it is 5 into 4x cube, which is 20x cube minus 10, and this we can rewrite as 10 times 2x cube minus 1. S is derivative of del f by del x with respect to y. So there is no y in del f by del x, so derivative is 0. T equal to del square f by del y square, that is 5 into 4y cube, which is 20y cube. So now we substitute all these values in this expression for second order derivative with respect to x. So after putting all these value, we have this expression. So we simplify this expression. Here we have 5y raised to 4 whole square, so that we can write as 25y raised to 8 and into 10 2x cube minus 1 as it is. Here s was 0, so second term becomes 0, and here this we write as it is 25x square 20y cube square of x cube minus 2, and in the denominator 5 raised to 3 into y raised to 12. Now we can take 25 is common in each term. Similarly 10 is there in each term and y cube is also there. So we consider 25 into 10 into y cube common from each of these two terms. So in the first term, after taking this common, we are left with y raised to 5 times 2x cube minus 1, and 25 is common here. We have x square, and here we have taken 10 common, so we will have 2x square. Y cube is also outside, and we expand this using the formula of a minus b square. So it is x raised to 6 minus 2 into 2 4x cube plus 4, and here we rewrite this as 5 square into 5, that is 25 into 5 into y raised to 12. So now we can cancel out this 25 into 5 here, and y cube will also cancel out. So if we cancel out 25 into 5 into y cube, we are left with 2 only, and here we are left with y raised to 9, y raised to 3 will cancel out, and here we multiply y raised to 5 with this bracket. So it is 2x cube y raised to 5 minus y raised to 5 plus 2x raised to 8 minus 8x raised to 5 plus 2 into 4, which is 8x square. Now here we can take y raised to 5 common, so we have 2x cube minus 1 times y raised to 5 and other terms as it is. Now we are given that we observe given equation. Y raised to 5 is given equation is x raised to 5 plus y raised to 5 equal to 5x square. So therefore y raised to 5 is nothing but 5x square minus x raised to 5. So we put y raised to 5 equal to 5x square minus x raised to 5. In this term we use this given equation. Y raised to 5 is 5x square minus x raised to 5, and we keep other terms as it is. Now we multiply these two brackets. So 2x cube into 5x square, 10x raised to 5 minus 2x cube into x raised to 5, which is minus 2x raised to 8, and minus 5x raised to 2 plus x raised to 5 plus 2x raised to 8 minus 8x raised to 5 plus 8x square over y raised to 9. So here we can see all these terms will cancel out, x raised to 5, and we have 10x raised to 5 plus x raised to 5, which is 11x raised to 5 minus 8. So 11 minus 8, which is 3x raised to 5, and minus 5x square plus 8x square, which is 3x square, and we can take 3 common and x square can also be taken common. So if we take 3x square common, we have minus 6x square into x cube plus 1 divided by y raised to 9. So this is the formula for second order derivative of y with respect to x if y is given implicitly as a function of x. So in this way we can find out second order derivative of y with respect to x using this formula. We have to remember this formula. In the denominator we have cube of q, here we have q square into r, so last term is p square into t, and middle term is 2pqs. So we will remember this formula to find out second order derivative of y from the implicit relation between the variables x and y. So this is all about today's lecture. I hope you like this lecture. Thank you very much.